While everyone's been talking about Tesla's next big move, something far more shocking just happened, and it didn't come from the US. In the heart of China, a company once dismissed as a copycat just changed the game completely. BYD has unveiled a breakthrough that could end the era of traditional electric vehicles as we know them. We're talking about a battery so powerful, it can charge in just 10 minutes, and it's not science fiction anymore. It's called an all-solid-state battery, and it's about to shake the foundations of the entire auto industry. But that's not the only surprise coming out of China. Because while BYD is revolutionizing the road, another Chinese automaker is getting ready to leave it behind, literally. Stay tuned, because what's happening right now could redefine transportation forever. For years, BYD has been quietly building an empire. While most of the world's attention stayed locked on Tesla, BYD was outpacing everyone, selling more electric cars than any other company on Earth. But now, they've dropped something that could make even Elon Musk nervous. Their newest announcement? All-solid-state batteries, a technology that's been called the holy grail of electric vehicles. These aren't just upgraded versions of what we already have, they're a total reinvention. Imagine plugging in your car and getting a full charge in 10 minutes flat. No overheating. No explosions. No waiting. Just pure, efficient power. Traditional lithium-ion batteries, the kind that power nearly every EV on the road, rely on a liquid electrolyte to move energy between cells. The problem? That liquid can overheat, leak, or even catch fire under stress. BYD's new solid-state design replaces that liquid with a solid material, completely removing the risk of combustion while packing in more energy than ever before. And that's where things get wild. These new batteries can store more energy in less space, meaning longer ranges. We're talking well beyond 600 miles per charge. Combine that with ultra-fast charging times, and suddenly range anxiety, the biggest fear for EV owners, could disappear overnight. But BYD's not just doing this to make better cars. This move is strategic, it's about dominance. The EV market is getting crowded, and BYD knows that whoever controls the best battery technology controls the future of transportation. And just when it seems like they've reached the top of the mountain, BYD's next step proves they're only getting started. Because what they're working on behind closed doors could push electric vehicles into an entirely new league, one that changes everything we thought we knew about power, safety, and speed. So, what makes these new batteries such a big deal? To really understand BYD's breakthrough, you need to know how different these solid-state batteries are from the ones sitting in your phone or your car right now. Most batteries today use a liquid electrolyte, a chemical soup that moves electrical charge back and forth. Think of it like a tiny energy highway, electrons racing through liquid lanes. It works, but it's risky. That liquid can heat up, leak, or even ignite if something goes wrong. And the more power you try to squeeze out, the higher the danger climbs. Solid-state batteries flip the entire system on its head. Instead of liquid, they use a solid electrolyte, usually made from ceramic or specialized polymers. No liquid, no leaks, no fire hazards. The result? A battery that's not just safer, but also denser, faster, and far more durable. In simple terms, BYD's solid-state batteries can pack more energy into the same amount of space. That means lighter cars, longer ranges, and faster acceleration, all while staying cooler and lasting longer. And here's the kicker: because the solid electrolyte is more stable, the battery doesn't degrade as quickly. That means fewer replacements, less waste, and lower costs in the long run. It's the kind of upgrade that doesn't just improve electric vehicles, it could redefine them. BYD is promising charging times that could rival filling a gas tank. A quick stop, a few minutes, and you're back on the road. That's not just convenient, that's revolutionary. But there's a reason other companies haven't done it yet. Creating a solid-state battery that actually works in real-world conditions is extremely difficult. It requires precise materials, clean room environments, and cutting-edge manufacturing techniques. One small flaw, and the battery fails. And yet, BYD claims they've cracked the code, or at least they're close. If that's true, it could send shockwaves through the global auto market. But to understand why BYD is taking such a massive risk now, you have to look at the bigger picture, and the intense competition that's driving their next move. BYD isn't making this move just to impress the market, they're doing it because the clock is ticking. The global EV race is heating up faster than ever, and whoever masters solid-state batteries first could dominate the next decade. Right now, Tesla is pushing to perfect its 4,680 battery cells, Toyota is developing its own solid-state prototypes, and CATL, China's battery giant, is fighting to keep its title as the world's top supplier. In other words, it's a full-blown battery war. But BYD is playing a different game. Instead of waiting for perfection, they're racing to be first. The company believes that even an early semi-solid version of the technology could give them a massive advantage. And so far, that strategy seems to be working. In China, BYD is already outpacing every EV brand combined, with millions of cars on the road. Their goal isn't just to dominate at home, it's to take over global markets before their competitors can react. Europe, Southeast Asia, and even South America have become BYD's next targets. And by bringing solid-state tech into production before anyone else, they're sending a clear message to the world: the future of electric mobility belongs to China. But there's a catch: this kind of aggressive innovation comes with huge risks. If the technology fails or delays production, it could cost BYD billions. Their entire reputation as the EV leader would be on the line. Still, they're betting everything on it. Because if it works, BYD won't just compete with Tesla. They could surpass it. The moment BYD announced its solid-state breakthrough, the entire EV industry froze. Investors, automakers, even governments, everyone wanted to know the same thing: is this real or just another bold claim? For years, solid-state batteries have been called the holy grail of electric vehicles, promised by many, delivered by none. Toyota teased it. QuantumScape hyped it. But none could make it work at scale. So when BYD, a company once known for budget EVs, said they were ready to mass-produce solid-state cells, the world didn't laugh this time. They listened. Tesla, interestingly, stayed quiet. No tweets. No public reactions. But behind the scenes, analysts noticed something strange. Tesla began quietly hiring battery engineers from Chinese research labs. That silence said more than words ever could. European automakers felt the tremors too. Volkswagen, Mercedes, and BMW have all invested billions in battery tech, but none are anywhere near ready for solid-state mass production. If BYD can scale it first, it could completely reshuffle the balance of power in the EV market. And then there's the geopolitical layer. The US and EU have been pushing for EV independence, trying to reduce reliance on Chinese-made batteries. But if BYD's tech truly leapfrogs the competition, the West might have no choice but to buy from China, again. That's not just a business problem. That's a national security issue. In just a few weeks, BYD's announcement didn't just shake automakers, it sent shockwaves through governments and global markets. Stocks moved, supply chains trembled, and tech companies started asking themselves one big question: what if China just locked down the future of transportation? But this story doesn't end there, because the real twist is what BYD plans to do next. And it's something that could push even Tesla into uncharted territory. Just when the world thought BYD was focused purely on cars, they quietly revealed something far more ambitious. Because BYD doesn't just want to power vehicles, they want to power entire ecosystems. In 2025, BYD began expanding into what they call sky mobility. At first, people thought it was a marketing gimmick, until images surfaced of sleek, vertical lift aircraft bearing the BYD logo. That's right, while competitors are still fighting over ground traffic, BYD is already looking to the skies. Their goal? To build a fully integrated transportation network, where your car, your home, and even your city grid all run on the same BYD energy system. It sounds futuristic, but the company has already begun laying the foundation. Solar panels designed to sync with BYD home batteries. Smart chargers that automatically balance energy between vehicles and homes. And now, electric air mobility, aimed at creating flying taxis for short-distance travel across crowded cities. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Insiders claim BYD's solid-state battery isn't just for cars. It's also being tested for aerospace-grade applications, where safety, lightness, and stability are everything. That could mean drones that fly for hours, or electric aircraft that need zero fossil fuel. It's a bold leap, but it makes sense. BYD has already mastered vertical integration. They designed their own batteries, chips, and even semiconductors. Now, they're scaling that control to dominate every layer of future mobility. This isn't just competition anymore. It's a transformation, from carmaker to energy empire. And if they succeed, BYD won't just compete with Tesla, they'll become the company that defines the next generation of transportation. But there's still one major question. Can anyone stop them? Elon Musk might not have said much publicly about BYD's breakthrough, but behind the scenes, Tesla is already preparing its counterattack. Because if there's one thing Musk hates, it's being out-innovated. While BYD was showing off solid-state tech, Tesla was quietly working on something equally disruptive, a next-generation 4680 cell that could rival solid-state performance without the same manufacturing risks. The new design uses a dry coating process that makes battery production faster, cheaper, and more sustainable. And according to leaked reports from inside Giga Texas, the latest prototypes are hitting energy densities dangerously close to what BYD is claiming. But Musk isn't stopping there. Tesla's secret weapon isn't just the battery, it's the entire ecosystem around it. The company is doubling down on autopilot, AI-driven manufacturing, and energy storage, trying to build a world where Tesla controls not just your car, but your entire energy flow, from the solar roof on your house to the battery in your driveway. Still, Musk knows time isn't on his side. BYD's growth is accelerating faster than anyone expected, and every delay gives China more control over the EV market. That's why Tesla has quietly started strengthening its supply chain outside China, securing lithium from Africa and South America, and investing in massive battery plants in the US and Mexico. In a way, the race between Tesla and BYD is no longer about cars. It's about who will control the future of energy itself. Musk wants to prove that the West can still innovate faster than China, but BYD's progress is forcing Tesla to move quicker, think bigger, and take risks it never had to before. And yet, there's something Musk knows that BYD might not, because Tesla's real game changer isn't even public yet. Rumors suggest that deep inside Tesla's R&D labs, a small team is working on an experimental lithium-free battery, one that could make every existing technology, even solid-state, look outdated overnight. If that's true, this race is about to reach a level no one's ready for. By this point, it's no longer just a competition between Tesla and BYD, it's an all-out race for global energy supremacy. Because whoever controls the battery, controls the future. Across the world, governments are scrambling to secure rare minerals like lithium, nickel, and cobalt, the lifeblood of modern batteries. But as BYD pushes forward with its solid-state revolution, a new reality is setting in. China already owns most of the global supply chain. From mining in Africa to refining in Asia, the path of every EV battery somehow leads back to China. That's what's keeping Western leaders awake at night. The US has launched new initiatives to build local battery plants, and Europe is pouring billions into projects like Northvolt, but they're years behind. BYD and CATL have already locked in contracts that could shape the next decade of transportation. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is fighting back in his own way, not through politics but through speed. Tesla is accelerating its battery gigafactories, experimenting with alternative materials, and investing in recycling systems that could make lithium shortages irrelevant. In Musk's view, the real breakthrough won't come from who finds more minerals, it'll come from who learns to reuse and reinvent them first. But BYD's approach is different. Instead of waiting for global approval or new supply chains, they're scaling what they already have. They're building energy cities in China, entire districts powered by BYD solar panels, storage units, and EV fleets. It's not just innovation, it's infrastructure. This is no longer a tech rivalry. It's an energy cold war, and both sides are racing to prove their model can power the world faster, cleaner, and cheaper than the other. And just when the world thought this was a two-player game, a new challenger quietly entered the arena, one that could change everything yet again. Just when it seemed the global EV race was a straight duel between BYD and Tesla, a new contender quietly stepped into the ring. This isn't a startup or a small player, it's a collaboration between Toyota and a top-tier tech giant, combining decades of automotive expertise with cutting-edge battery research. The goal? To build a hybrid approach that blends the reliability of traditional automakers with the breakthrough speed of modern tech labs. They're betting that by integrating AI, robotics, and advanced materials science, they can leapfrog both Tesla's incremental improvements and BYD's solid-state gamble. Whispers from insiders hint at a battery design that could charge faster than Tesla's new 4,680 cells, last longer than BYD's solid-state models, and cost significantly less to produce. If that's true, the global EV market is about to get even more unpredictable. But here's the kicker: this challenger isn't just competing for sales. They're racing for industry influence, trying to set the global standard for safety, efficiency, and sustainability before anyone else. Every automaker, every government, every investor is watching closely. The decisions made in the next few years could determine who controls the future of transportation, and who gets left behind. In other words, the EV race isn't just about who sells the fastest car, it's about who defines the rules of the road for the next century. And with BYD, Tesla, and now this unexpected challenger all pushing the limits, the next few years promise more surprises, more breakthroughs, and more jaw-dropping innovations than anyone could have imagined. As revolutionary as BYD's solid-state batteries are, they're far from perfect. Every breakthrough comes with a cost, and for BYD, that cost is both technical and financial. First, manufacturing these batteries is extremely complex. Unlike traditional lithium-ion cells, solid-state batteries require pristine conditions, super-precise materials, and ultra-clean facilities. One tiny flaw, one microscopic impurity, and the entire battery can fail. That makes production slower, more expensive, and far more challenging to scale. Then there's the cost of the materials themselves. Solid electrolytes, the magic ingredient that makes these batteries safe and energy-dense, aren't cheap. Some components are rare or difficult to produce at scale, which drives prices up. That's why, for now, EVs with solid-state batteries are likely to be significantly pricier than those with conventional cells. Temperature sensitivity is another hurdle. These batteries perform best in controlled warmth, but cold climates can drastically reduce efficiency. That's a huge challenge for everyday drivers in snowy or freezing regions. Engineers are racing to create designs that can handle extreme heat and cold without losing performance, but it's a tricky puzzle. And let's not forget wear and tear. Unlike liquid batteries, which have some flexibility, solid-state batteries can develop microcracks over time. Every charge and discharge cycle stresses the solid electrolyte, slowly reducing capacity. BYD's researchers are testing tougher materials, but it's a race against time. Despite these obstacles, BYD is pressing ahead. Why? Because overcoming these challenges could give them a monopoly on the next generation of EV batteries, putting them years ahead of competitors. And yet, as impressive as they are, these hurdles leave one big question hanging. Can BYD truly scale solid-state batteries for the mass market before Tesla or another challenger catches up? Imagine this: you pull into a charging station, plug in your car, and 10 minutes later, you're back on the road, fully charged. No long waits, no planning your day around battery life. That's the promise of BYD's solid-state batteries, and it could completely reshape how people think about electric vehicles. Long road trips? Suddenly, they're no longer a hassle. Hundreds of miles on a single charge, combined with ultra-fast top-ups, means drivers can hit the highway without worrying about running out of power. Range anxiety, the fear that has held back EV adoption for years, could vanish almost overnight. And it's not just about distance or speed. Safety is a game-changer. No more overheating, no more fire hazards, no sudden battery failures. Drivers can feel confident that their car won't just stop on the side of the road, and regulators will likely respond with faster approvals and fewer restrictions. Daily commuting gets an upgrade too. Urban drivers stuck in traffic or dealing with limited charging options could rely on EVs as their primary vehicle, not just a second car for short trips. Smart charging systems, paired with these new batteries, could optimize energy use automatically, saving both time and money. Beyond cars, solid-state batteries have the potential to power the entire household. BYD's technology can integrate with solar panels and home storage units, letting families store renewable energy and reduce reliance on the grid. Suddenly, electric cars aren't just vehicles, they're part of a smarter, greener lifestyle. And the ripple effects don't stop there. Drones that fly farther, smartphones that charge in minutes, and even medical devices could all benefit. These batteries could transform the very way we use energy, in ways most people haven't even imagined yet. But with all these exciting possibilities, the race isn't over. Tesla, Toyota, and other global players are still pushing forward, each trying to claim their piece of the future. That means the next few years will be critical, not just for BYD, but for every driver, company, and country invested in the EV revolution. BYD may be stealing headlines, but Tesla isn't sitting idle. Elon Musk has built his empire on speed and secrecy, and every breakthrough by BYD has Tesla's engineers working round the clock. At Giga Texas and Giga Berlin, Tesla is quietly testing next-generation 4680 battery cells, designed to deliver faster charging, longer range, and higher durability. While BYD bets on solid-state, Tesla is perfecting its dry coating process, which could make mass production cheaper and faster than solid-state batteries ever will. Tesla's advantage isn't just in batteries. They're doubling down on software and AI integration, from autopilot to energy management systems, ensuring their vehicles and energy products work seamlessly together. It's not just a car anymore, it's a self-updating smart ecosystem that keeps getting better over time. The company is also securing its supply chain like never before. Lithium, nickel, cobalt, Tesla is locking down access worldwide, from Africa to South America, making sure BYD can't easily corner the market. Every shipment, every factory, every research lab is part of Musk's quiet but relentless push to stay ahead. But there's more. Rumors suggest Tesla is exploring lithium-free batteries, a radical technology that could leapfrog solid-state batteries entirely. If it works, Tesla could make EVs cheaper, lighter, and safer than any competitor on the planet. This race isn't just about selling cars, it's about controlling the future of energy. BYD has momentum, Tesla has experience, and the next move could shake the entire industry. And yet, even as Tesla plots its counterattack, The global stage is getting more crowded, with governments, investors, and new challengers all weighing in. The EV race isn't just about batteries and cars, it's about who controls the raw materials that power them. Lithium, cobalt, nickel, these aren't just commodities, they're the foundation of a global energy war. And right now, China dominates the supply chain. BYD, CATL, and other Chinese companies have secured deals with mines, refineries, and logistics networks around the world. That gives them a massive advantage. They can produce batteries faster, cheaper, and in higher volumes than almost anyone else. Meanwhile, the US and Europe are scrambling. Governments are pouring billions into local battery plants, securing mining rights in Africa, and pushing for alternatives to reduce dependence on China. But building supply chains from scratch takes years, and BYD is already decades ahead in experience and integration. Tesla is trying a different strategy: speed and innovation. By sourcing materials globally, investing in recycling, and pioneering new chemistries, Tesla hopes to reduce reliance on China without slowing down production. But even Musk's empire feels the pressure. Every delay could let BYD solidify its lead. Investors are watching closely too. Stock prices swing wildly with every hint of a battery breakthrough or supply chain bottleneck. Every automaker, from Volkswagen to Hyundai, is rethinking strategy, trying to secure resources while they still can. And governments are realizing that this isn't just an economic issue, it's a national security problem. Whoever controls the batteries essentially controls the future of transportation, energy, and even defense systems. In short, the EV race has become a global chessboard, with raw materials as the most valuable pieces. Every move counts, every delay costs, and the stakes have never been higher. The question now isn't just who makes the best battery, it's who will dominate the world's energy future. Just when the EV race seemed intense enough, a new frontier is emerging: the skies. China's Zhang Motors has unveiled the X2 flying car, a sleek machine that can drive on the road and take off vertically, no runway needed. It's not a prototype or a concept anymore, it's a working vehicle, blurring the line between car and aircraft. The X2 is powered by advanced batteries, and here's the kicker: the same solid-state technology that BYD is pioneering could be the key to making flying cars practical. Lighter, safer, and capable of ultra-fast charging, these batteries could finally make airborne mobility a reality for everyday life. Imagine soaring above traffic jams during rush hour or zipping across a city in minutes, all powered by renewable energy. That's the vision Zhang Motors is selling, and it's not science fiction anymore. Their vertical takeoff and landing system, VTO, makes urban flight possible, while smart AI systems manage navigation and safety. And it's not just a novelty. Flying EVs could redefine transportation logistics, emergency response, and even personal travel. Solid-state batteries could extend flight ranges, reduce charging times, and make the entire ecosystem reliable and efficient. The implications are huge. If BYD and Zhang can scale these batteries for both ground and air vehicles, it could mean a revolution in mobility the likes of which the world has never seen. But the question remains: can the technology, production, and regulations keep up with these ambitious ideas? The race to the skies is just beginning, and everyone is watching. The competition isn't just about cars or flying vehicles anymore, it's about energy dominance. Whoever controls the next generation of batteries essentially controls the world's transportation, grids, and even strategic power. China's lead with BYD and other battery giants has sent ripples across the globe. Governments in the US, Europe, and Japan are scrambling to secure resources, fund local production, and protect their energy independence. Every shipment of lithium or cobalt, every factory expansion, is now a matter of national security. Tesla is responding with its own strategy, building gigafactories worldwide, securing mining rights, and investing in recycling programs to reclaim materials from old batteries. Musk knows that innovation alone isn't enough. Controlling the flow of raw materials and energy infrastructure is just as critical. Meanwhile, investors and tech companies are watching like hawks. The next breakthrough in battery chemistry, production efficiency, or energy storage could shift trillions of dollars in value overnight. Countries are realizing that EVs are no longer just vehicles. They are the front line in a global energy cold war. BYD isn't just participating, they're shaping the battlefield. With solid-state batteries, integrated renewable energy systems, and plans for air mobility, they're positioning themselves as a central power in the world's energy network. Tesla, Zhang, and new challengers are all racing to keep up, but every delay, every mistake, could have global consequences. The EV race has evolved. It's no longer about cars alone, it's about who will define the rules of energy for the 21st century. And as new players enter, the stakes only grow higher. Looking ahead, the next 10 years could completely redefine how we move, live, and power our world. BYD, Tesla, Zhang, and new challengers are all racing not just to build better cars, but to control the future of energy itself. Solid-state batteries, ultra-fast charging, and AI-driven systems are only the beginning. We could soon see electric flying taxis, autonomous EV fleets, and cities designed around renewable energy grids. Every day drivers might plug in at home, charge in minutes, and travel hundreds of miles without ever touching gas. Meanwhile, the skies above our cities could host fleets of airborne vehicles powered by the very same breakthroughs happening on the ground. Tesla's secret battery projects, BYD's ecosystem dominance, and Zhang's flying innovations show that the next generation of mobility won't just be faster or greener, it will be smarter, safer, and integrated into every aspect of life. Governments, investors, and automakers are all part of this high-stakes race. The companies that succeed won't just sell cars, they'll define global energy, transportation, and innovation standards for decades to come. And every breakthrough, every delay, will ripple across the planet. The question isn't whether electric vehicles will take over. It's who will lead the charge, who will control the technology, and who will shape the future we all live in. One thing is certain: the next decade will be fast, unpredictable, and extraordinary. And if you think the last few years were game-changing, just wait, the real revolution is only just beginning. From BYD's groundbreaking solid-state batteries to Tesla's secretive next-gen projects, and Zhang Motors' flying cars, one thing is clear: the race to redefine transportation and energy is on, and it's global. This isn't just about who builds the fastest EV or the most advanced battery. It's about who controls the flow of energy, who sets the rules for mobility, and who can turn revolutionary technology into everyday life. BYD is pushing boundaries, Tesla is striking back with innovation and speed, and new challengers are proving that the future isn't written yet. Every mile driven, every battery charged, every flying car lifted into the sky is a glimpse of what's possible. We're entering an era where cars aren't just cars, batteries aren't just power sources, and transportation isn't just movement, it's a living, evolving ecosystem of technology, sustainability, and human ambition. And here's the big takeaway: the world of EVs, solid-state batteries, and airborne vehicles isn't a distant dream. It's happening right now, reshaping industries, cities, and lives. The companies that lead today will define the world of tomorrow. So the question for all of us isn't just who wins this race, it's how we'll live in the world they're building. Will we embrace the revolution, plug in, and take off? Or will we watch it unfold from the sidelines? The future is accelerating faster than ever. And if you thought EVs were impressive before, you haven't seen anything yet.